know, Mario always gets the damn attention in the history books, but Mario is just an egocentric maniac. The true defender of the Mushroom Kingdom, the humble, sensitive, and down-to-earth hero we all need? Why, that's Luigi. Today, Luigi will have the spotlight, and we will give him the justice he so dearly deserves. No longer will these poorly written horror, quotation mark, tales about our green mustache friend be silenced. Today, they shall be broadcasted for all to see, before Mario has anything to say about it. Let's not lollygag any longer. This is it. These are 3 awful Luigi-centric creepypastas. Strap yourselves in. It's gonna be a rough ride. Number 1. Luigi's Dead Mansion. It was Saturday. I had plugged in my GameCube to play some classics, but I realized I should find a game. Yeah, that's a great start. You didn't really plan this out beforehand, did you? So I went to find a game and came across a game called Luigi's Dead Mansion. I was confused. The game was supposed to be Luigi's Mansion. I realized that the word dead was wrote in a marker pen. I thought someone just wrote the word dead and that it was just a word, but I was wrong. Wait, where exactly did you find the game? You never specified. I booted up the game and the title screen popped up. It said Luigi's Mansion. I pressed A because I wanted to play the game. For a split second, the word dead popped up. I just thought the game was hacked. I loaded up a new file, which was file 3. The cutscene started up, but the lab was nowhere to be seen, and also, Luigi's flashlight was out. The game started just as normal. Nothing was wrong until I got to the part where the golden ghost popped up. Instead of a golden ghost, it was a blue twirler, and there was 2 of them. I was confused. Yeah, so am I. At the part where Egad was supposed to suck the ghost up, the music went down to a low pitch, and Luigi had the Poltergust 3000 on his back. He stunned the ghost with his flashlight and sucked them up. The game screen went black and took me to the screen where you load up where you want to go, but instead of showing Egad, it showed a golden ghost instead, and the dialogue was mixed up too. It read, "Luigi, would you like to aid, ni, et, daed, noisnam?" I was puzzled, but after that I realized it said, "Luigi, would you like to die in the Dead Mansion?" This freaked me out, but I was still eager to find out what happened next. Ooh, finally, an active creepypasta protagonist who actually wants to figure out whatever is going on in this spooky game, instead of going on and on about how much they didn't want to go on. That's refreshing. So I clicked the mansion, and the ghost said, "You're sure to aid." The mansion started without a cutscene, which was very strange because that was not supposed to happen. Nothing that has happened so far was supposed to happen. And when it loaded up, Toad was crying in the corner like normal. So I went to talk to him, and he looked different. What I could remember that his spots were a dark shady blue and the white was a black weirdly, and his eyes were red and blood was falling down his mouth weirdly, and his text said, "Hello, want to play hide and seek?" And the options for the answer was yes and yes. I thought it was a text dialogue bug, but when I went down to press where no should be, the response was, "Yes, okay, you go hide now." And there was a text bubble saying how much time there was left. At the start it said 180s, so I went to hide. Weirdly, all the doors were unlocked, and I could go into any R. I had a look around in Area 4 and found a fake door with area spikes around it. I went to it, the area did a cutscene and the door opened. Just about then, the text popped up saying, "Ready or not, here you die." Ooh, let's see what happens. I'm excited. When I say that, I went into Area 5 and it was a lot different to all the other areas. Why are some parts of this story written in all caps? It doesn't make much sense. It was a room with about 15 doors in it. I just went into a room and found a vase in it. Text pop up saying, "Do you want to hide here?" It said yes or no. I clicked yes. Luigi shrunk and went into the vase. Just about then, Toad went into the same room and found me. He said, "Mwahahaha." Just about then, I threw my controller at the TV. The screen broke. I'm happy now. What? You're happy you demolished your TV? How are you gonna play your games now? What happened to being eager about finding out what happened next? Now we'll never get any answers to our burning questions. Now I'm sad. Well, what can I say about this one that it doesn't say itself? Terrible writing? Check. Terrible grammar? Check. Ultimately pointless? Well, we never got to figure out what the game was attempting to do or convey because our dear narrator destroyed his TV before anything interesting could happen, so yep. Everything that could go wrong with this story did. Number 2. Luigi's Big Sur. Oh, yep, that title is probably gonna get me demonetized. One day, I was digging through some old games, then I found Luigi's Mansion and a GameCube with it. Lucky you. Did you invest a lot in luck? I take that back. You clearly have no luck when it comes to spelling. Hooked my GameCube up, put the disc in and was ready to play it. But when the title screen showed up, it just showed foreign language. I selected the file, but then a cutscene played. Are foreign languages supposed to be scary? You can't expect every game to be in English. I mean, I kinda get it. Being unfamiliar with a language while everyone around you knows it can be a little bit intimidating, but I don't think that was what the author was going for. In the cutscene, Luigi was sitting on the couch in the parlor. Then, as Luigi pulled out a Swiss Army knife... excuse me? Then the screen began to flicker. Then Luigi stuck the knife in his eye. There I was, watching Luigi scream in pain. I mean, what did Luigi think was gonna happen when he stabbed himself? Then I finally got to play. I took Luigi to the washroom. When Luigi opened the door, I saw Toad's hung body... I examined his body, then the screen turned to blood red static. Oh my god, it's Gygas. Quick, pray to your heart's content. I walked back to the foyer. There was a large bloody knife hanging from the chandelier. I saw a floating Toad, then he hit the knife, his head fell off his head. The body was hanging from the knife and his head was on the ground with dark red blood squirting out. Then the screen faded to black. I reset the console, then the title said, "You're dead." I went to the file select screen, I went to file 1, then a text box appeared saying, "You will die soon." I was scared to see what will happen next. Luigi was dying, dead, torn apart with the poltergeist beside him in the middle of the foyer. His head laying by the hallway door, his arms by the stairs, his torso... Jesus Christ, we get it. A text box said, "You're next." Why the hell does every creepypasta have that phrase in it, and why is it always the wrong "you're"? Can I never catch a break? I smashed the GameCube and burned it, then sold Luigi's Mansion at a garage sale. Dude, that was a perfectly functioning GameCube you just destroyed. It's the game that was the problem most likely, but you sold that one off to some other poor bastard who will now have to go through the same nightmare that you did. You idiot, you've doomed us all. What an absolute mess of a story. I don't even know where to begin. It was cliched, nonsensical, and completely jumbled. There was very little redeeming about this one. It could only be enjoyed ironically, I'm afraid. Better luck next time! Number 3. Luigi's Mansion Beta Disc. Oh no, all of these stories are about Luigi's Mansion. Is that all Luigi is known for? I guess since the game was already a little spooky, it would lend itself well to some creepypastas about it. How delightful for us. I was going through eBay to find a copy of Luigi's Mansion since my friend had given me it, and I wanted to play it. Wait, why are you looking for a copy if your friend already gave one to you? I finally found a cheap copy of $10. I was like, awesome! Since the rest were like $100 used. Ooh, what a steal. I bought it and waited for it. After a few days, I got it and excitedly put the disc in and started it. It started normally, or as normal as Luigi's Mansion gets, but I noticed when it started it said, "You were lucky enough to get a copy of the beta disc." I was really bummed out, because beta discs are so yesterday. What? Are beta discs out of fashion now? When did this revolution happen? I must have missed it. I almost sold it and got a copy of the alpha, but something stopped me. Maybe this was the only one left. So I progressed and went into the restroom. The time limit ran out. I knew all about the beta game over screen, but I never expected an alternative. Instead of a picture of a possessed Luigi, I got a picture of Luigi with normal eyes, but the iris in his eyes were red. Blood red. Crimson. What other colors are there really? All of a sudden he charged the cameraman, I guess? I saw the guy starting to run, but each time the camera faced Luigi, he was closer than before. Is this suddenly a found footage movie? Get ready for a bunch of shaky cam. Bring your barf bags. His eyes returned to normal after I heard a wail of agony and Luigi screamed, "No, please, more time, please, please." He started to sob in despair, and I felt bad for Luigi. All those years working alongside his plumber brother, I never expected this. I saw the nastiest thing that made me want to vomit all over the TV screen, but I managed to keep my vomit down. Mario's clothes were in tatters, his blood all over his face, his eyes fixed on me. His face was raked by claws. That is what caused you to nearly vomit? My oh my. When Luigi saw this, he grabbed his poltergust and sucked himself into it. Damn, that's rough. Hasn't Luigi been through enough? The suffering never ends. I was shocked to see this, but I saw Professor Egad, your helper, appear beside the poltergust, and pick it up, laughing. Then, he pointed at me. I heard a evil laugh. I saw a text box appear with the words saying, "You're next." I looked at Egad and realized in horror he was pointing at me with a green speckled face, claws similar to the claw marks on Mario's lifeless face, and he flew at the screen and my TV shut off. I had nightmares ever since, and I woke up last night from hearing the words, "You're next." And woke up with claw marks on my arm. Well, isn't that lovely? What an original ending to an original story. It definitely ended in a satisfying way that left us all floored. Yes, that is exactly what happened. Thank you very much. That was just strange. I don't really know what was going on there or what the story was trying to do. Where did this beta disc come from and how would it even fit into the Mario universe realistically? It can't, because stories like these never really do try to insert them into the Mario lore. Probably because they are so outlandish anyways. At least Luigi got some time to shine, didn't he? After all, that's all that matters to me. Godspeed, you green gem. Well, there you have it. Those were 3 stories where our friend Luigi got to take center stage and give us a run for his money. That sure was fun. I tried out something different this time around, a bit of a shorter list just to see how things would go over. I certainly hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why not like the video and comment your favorite story down below, or even subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. I've got merch now, by the way. You want to represent our clan or whatever? Now you can. You can also check out my Twitter, Instagram, or Snapchat, or chime in on my Patreon if you want to. Links in the description as always. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay awesome. Goodbye.